I don't want my future employers to be like, I didn't know that you looked like a swamp witch. Well, it was at 9 o'clock at night, so. Okay, so this week's discussion assignment is we have to talk about the exam. Were there questions that we missed that we still don't understand?
Jeez,
which I don't know, but we
spoke
don't.
about that already.
Oh, Lydia, darn it. Did you have any questions on the exam, Lydia?
No.
What makes me angry? Oh, wait, we're live. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not going to say it, Brother Pratt, because I know you're a great teacher, but the online system is messed up that we have the same amount of work on holiday weekends, but teachers get to take off from grading. Makes me angry. But I love BYUI. I'm grateful for this education.
I know. That's what I always have to remind myself when I get on rants. I'm like, but I'm thankful for the Lord's school. Really rein it in.
Is really
my
awesome.
biggest frustration is I have so many teachers. Brother Brat is not one of them. I'm not even just saying that. I'm legitimately mean it. He's pretty fast on grading. He's like one lesson behind is all. And that's adequate. But I have so many teachers that are months. I literally have 3 teachers that I don't have assignments that I did the first week graded. Oh, and if I, as a student, was waiting to do all of my work till the end of the semester, regardless of how busy, I'm taking more classes than they're teaching.
Yeah.
If I was a student, I would be penalized for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, the double standard is unreal. You need to I need to know how to improve myself, especially on assignments that are reoccurring, like chapter quizzes and, papers. If I'm making the same mistake periodically, how am I supposed to know how to improve myself?
To fix it. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you know you're doing that one?
But then the teachers are always like, I always can take that into consideration when I'm grading, and I'm like, but do I trust you? Because you also said that you would have my grades done, and look where we're at now. That was a lie. So,
Actually,
just give me trust issues.
All my classes,
say hi?
I get my grades right away within the same week. Who's that precious one?
This is my little niece, my little redhead.
Oh, hi.
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 What's your name?
Esther.
Ooh, that's a pretty name, Esther.
Thank you. Thank you. She's gonna help me cook tomorrow.
Ooh, that's a big job, Esther.
She's been swarming near me, so I had to show her because she's very curious.
Well, who are these people on your computer screen?
Yeah. That's
so we discussed about our tests. Any other questions? Anybody last going one?
Well, remember we were talking about the triangles before we went
online.
Yeah,
how they had the different names on the test. Or on the test.
So now we know, though, the perverse triangular triangle
is the coalition one.
Yeah, that wasn't very kind.
Rude.
Well, it's just like watching Brother Brat talking about the feedback loops, the negatives and the positives. Yet they were explained a little bit differently in the video.
Yes, and he talked about punctuation differently. There's a little bit of a discrepancy there, so I don't know. Honestly,
thank you so much. You were really helpful, Elizabeth. When I posted that question, and you told me I will just go with the video of Brother Gardner, and at the end, after I read it again, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna even confuse myself
because he writes the test.
Sorry.
I didn't pee. What are you talking about? I didn't freak out.
Yeah, I feel like
Brother crap out of me
is all knowing about this course because he kind of
created it.
And he teaches it on campus. Like
he taught. He's not teaching it this semester. I'd be taking it from him.
There you go. Never mind. He taught. Now he's passed on his knowledge through the computer.
I think teaching it again next semester, which is like really frying my bacon because I'm like, I missed it. The one semester in like 5 years that he hasn't taught this course was the semester I took it. Mm-hmm. I'm not bitter.
Feeling better now.
But yeah. Yeah. I just generally don't like online classes as much as I like in-person classes, but
I think they are much harder, I mean, people think like online
classes
are like nothing. they're so time consuming. You know, it's like
They really are. Because what you get in class discussions, you have to read papers to get now in this. Not that the discussions that Brother Garner posts aren't helpful, because they are, and I really look forward to those.
yeah,
They
that's
help
the
my
first
learning
thing
the
that I do.
most.
I mean,
But I
First
also
thing is-
really feel like, that's why study groups are so beneficial, like this face-to-face. I don't think I'd be getting this class as well without this group. And I was talking to one of my friends who's also in this class, and she was saying how her group they don't really, I mean, they do the discussion board, but they don't really
Neat.
yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh, my group has helped me with so many things, like I would not be doing very good at this class without them. And so,
I agree.
little
Yeah.
splurge
I
in
know-
there for you guys.
For online classes, I know they give us more to justify the time frame differences. But yeah, I would rather have in-person chalking than
Yeah.
just, I don't know.
Well, and
It's hard.
go ahead.
Sorry, it's hard when they say have a meaningful discussion as we're typing to each other. I'm like, you can't really
Yeah.
get into anything. You can't really because you have to wait for responses.
Especially when we're all saying kind of the same things, and it's like, well,
Yes.
I agree.
Okay, because in a normal classroom, 1 or 2 people can raise their hands, or 3 or 4, depending on the subject, and give an opinion that multiple people agree with.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're nodding their heads in class and going, yes. That's my biggest beef with discussion boards from the very beginning. They are so redundant, they are time consuming, and students half-heart them because they're not able to, 15 people already said what you've said.
Yep.
You know
It's
what
like,
I hate?
okay.
You know what I hate? That they say, okay, you have to give a meaningful answer, 50 words, and then some teachers, they start counting the words. Like, you kidding me? So then
You're killing me, Smalls.
The semester that this was like several semesters ago, I finally gave up on word count with my discussion boards because I would become so focused on trying to get the word count that I feel like I would dread them. So then I just stopped participating because I would dread it. And so one semester I was like, I'm done. I'm just going to respond how I want to respond with what I want to respond with. I don't even care anymore. And I have gotten great grades on my discussion boards. I don't think I ever made the word count. But I got engaged because I'm not so caught up in
exactly in the superficial.
Yeah, I know, but some teachers they penalize you if you have let's say there are 50 words and then you have 49. You didn't meet the word count, so it's like a point or 2 or whatever. It's like and that's ridiculous.
Awful.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I hate word count. I hate word count.
So did I tell you guys about my math discussion board last week?
What class are you taking?
Fascinating. It's called Real Tools for the Real World or something. Blah blah blah.
108.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Kills me. It's tedious.
Yes, good old math for the real world. I feel like if you're an adult, it's like
this is not my real world. I have never used half of this.
Who's your teacher?
Oh, Harris.
Yeah.
Howard?
No, I don't know. I don't remember. I think I have it wrong. I think I have his name wrong.
Is it Howard?
Just a second. I'll tell you.
Because if it's Howard, I'm going to die right here and right now.
Let's see.
I don't remember my teacher's name, but she was awesome. I took that class 3 years ago, I think. 4 years ago.
It's just all the little things you have to do, all the Excels and all the math and all the writing it all out. And
I remember
but I
that
think that
class.
some chapters were good on that class. Some chapters were pretty good. Others were
but I also had to take. I've also taken a whole financial class, and so this just kind of added.
Did you take personal finance?
Yep.
You know what? I took so many.
That class made me want to kill somebody.
Oh.
My teacher was of Satan. Pretty sure. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this.
Brother Harris.
Brother Harris,
Sorry.
okay. My teacher, I'm 95% sure, was going through menopause the semester she taught us, and homegirl was not in a good place. Like, because I see her now in the hallways, and I'm like, you are so much nicer than you were a year ago.
Did you guys take the Math 221C statistics?
I'm doing that next.
Yep.
Oh, I love that class. It was so hard.
Mildred, who are you?
No.
Who says they love statistics? Are you going to be a statistician?
I loved it too. I loved it too.
Elizabeth,
right?
I am like talented in statistics. You can ask my husband. I helped him one time in an advanced statistics class. I had never taken statistics, and I was acing all the work.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like just talented in statistics.
Why didn't I know you then?
I don't know. Mildred, I can relate. I loved that class too.
I love that class.
I didn't hate it, but I wasn't like, oh, statistics. I didn't get a tear in my eye of joy whenever it was time to go to class.
Why not? What's wrong with you?
I think I'm normal.
No, I learned a lot of that class.
I wanted to major in accounting.
I did accounting for like about two and a half years. And then I changed the whole thing, and I'm like, no, I'm doing marriage and family instead.
Yeah, I wanted to become a forensic accountant and work for the FBI.
Okay,
gosh,
much
awesome. That was my dream. That was my dream.
Yeah.
You're like, there it is. There it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you guys, this discussion board killed me because they were studying about, they did the whole red shirt book and philosophy of waiting to put your kids in school to give them an advantage. And then we had to look at the list of Czech hockey
red
players.
Shirt? What?
It's called the red shirt theory, where they people will wait if their kids wait a year for their kids to go to school because then they'll be the oldest. And in sports, they'll be the biggest, they'll be smarter, they'll be leaders. So they do it on purpose. But then they're saying in sports, they tend to want students who are born before May because they're bigger, they're stronger. So we had to look at a list of hockey players.
Ooh, and they were I'm so chubby.
Yeah, well, they're mostly born before May. And they're like, okay, so statistically, why would, what do you notice? So this kid, he's like, I noticed that the parents of these people had sex 9 months earlier than these kids. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Oh,
savage! Shots fired!
And then this week, our announcements were, please make sure your discussions boards are written with meaning and that they stick to the topic. And
that was meant for you, kid.
You're just stating the obvious.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's beautiful. That is the original redundant BSer. He wrote the book.
Funny. Oh my goodness.
I was like,
that's how I've gone through all 4 years of college discussion boards. Wow, that's really interesting how you put 2 + 2 together. I would have never thought of that. That's really, really meaningful.
You're like, it's beautiful.
You found on that concept of why they would do that?
Oh, it was great. I was like, oh, child, oh boy, you're in trouble.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yes, indeed.
One time, I told one of my friends, she wasn't a member, she's still not a member, but I told her, she asked me how many siblings I had, and I was like, oh, I have 5, so there's 6 of us total. And then I was like, my parents really like to multiply and replenish. Homegirl literally said, wow, that's great that your parents like to garden. I think that's great for the environment. I was like, that's a little joke. I kid you not. That is a true story. And I was like, okay.
Thanks.
So now whenever I'm teaching like a group of people who would laugh at that joke, I'm always like, so guys, whenever we're talking about like procreation or chastity, I'm like, at least you're not this girl who thought that meant planting a garden. So awkward.
That's beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
See, and down here I just get, are your parents Catholic? Because there's 8 kids. Nope.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Nope.
Let me just tell you, my husband works for Verizon, right? So last year it was a strike. So management people were to do the work of the people that work in the field, right? So, but before that, he had to go to a training in Washington D.C. So he's at that training and whatever, and there is this young fellow there, like I don't know, he wasn't older than 30. He's like he was
Okay.
like maybe 20, mid-20s to 30, whatever. And they were talking and whatever, and this guy said like, "Oh no, I have 10 children." And everybody looked at him because he was the youngest of all the guys that were in the group. And they're like, "How how old are you?" And he's like, whatever. My husband, I don't remember the age. So my husband says, okay, and I saw, another Mormon.
How many kids do you guys have, Mildred?
We just have 3. 3. And I told him, I said, did you tell him that your wife was a Mormon? He's like, no. Why would I start a conversation and get into that? But he's like, for the life of me, he's like, I don't understand how a young kid could have 10 children.
Could be a his hours.
And his wife was pregnant again.
Oh. Bang, bang, one right after the other. That's how that happened.
Are there any twins in there?
There must be. I told my husband, there's no way that he could have so many children. I'm like, they must have had like the twins a couple of times, and that's how they have. Like, but then another thing is like Irish Catholics, they have a lot of children too, and that's what I'm like, no, we're not the only ones.
Jews used to. I haven't talked to very many Jews recently, so I can't say if that's still a trend, but...
Well, no, the Orthodox Jews. Orthodox Jews, they do. The regular one, the more secular ones are not.
It's harder to find the Orthodox Jews, but yes, they're the only ones.
So how many are you going to have, Emily? How many are you planning?
That is the question of the ages. So I came from a big family, so I'm like, I want 4 kids max, because not that I don't like being from a big family. It was great. I love my siblings. I had a great life growing up. I didn't have like any trauma, but I just felt like it was hard for my parents to have one-on-one time with us because there were 6 of us. And there's such an age gap. My oldest sister's 14 years older than me. So she was like going to prom when I was in diapers,
Yeah.
So there was such an age gap, and I don't know, I just felt like my family, in some ways, we were distant growing up. Now that we're all older, married with kids, my best friends are my siblings, so it's all come full circle. It's a beautiful circle of life. But as a kid, I just didn't feel like I could talk to anybody in my family because none of them were close to me in age. So I want 4 kids. Yeah, I'm the second youngest. I have a younger brother who we adopted when I was 7.
Oh.
There's a big age gap between he and I. He's a senior in high school, or a junior in high school this year, which makes me so sad because he used to be a baby. But anyway, I want 4 kids, just like one right after the other. But my husband came from a family of 4 kids, and he wants more siblings. He's like, because it was him and his 2 brothers, and then like a 10-year gap, and his baby sister. She was the caboose by a mile. And, they got along great, too. He had a great home life growing up, but he wants more siblings because he was like, when I was mad at one brother, I only had another brother, and sometimes he was a jerk, too, so what was I supposed to do, I'm like the total opposite. So at this point, we just want one. If we can keep it alive, then we'll probably have another.
See, mine are really close in age. Didn't plan it that way. Tried not to, but there they are. 5 of them on top of each other.
Hello.
So if I had a family mascot, my mascot would be Tasmanian Devil, because they came in, and that's how they're leaving.
That's a good analogy.
So
You have your beautiful baby boy.
I have a beautiful baby boy. I would like, my dream would be like 3 and then adopt a 4th.
Yeah.
So I've always wanted to adopt. My husband has kind of talked about like 5 or 6, but I really hate pregnancy. So I was like, I don't know if I want to pop out 6 kids. And
That's
then,
hard.
yeah, and he was just around his brother who has still 6 at home. His brother has a total of 10, but
Wow.
there's 6 at home. Yeah, and he was like, he came back and he was like, I'm good with 3 or 4. So I was like, so, but overall,
Yeah, the best form of birth control is babysitting a lot of kids.
Yes.
See, I wanted more children, but my husband was like,
He wasn't into that?
No, because he comes from a big family. They're 9 in his
See?
family.
It's not just me.
They're 9 in his family, so he was like, no. And I was
that
like,
9 is a lot.
Yeah, 9
Yeah.
is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I love
Yep.
being pregnant. I love it.
I've never even been pregnant, and I know I'm gonna hate it.
No,
I hate it.
you know
I have
what I
horrible
hate?
back and hip pain.
Yeah, but
Hey, I have
My
met.
hip, my back.
Like, I hear other people's stories and they like they went through a lot worse than I did. And the little I went through, I was like, I don't think I can do this again. So granted, my birth, like when I actually went into labor, that was the easy part.
see, that
best
to me was the
part.
worst.
Pregnancy.
No.
See, that was the best. I loved it. I could do that.
Did you have a short labor?
I had a short. I went into the hospital 9:30. He popped out at 12:30. We were good.
Wow. No,
That's
me,
impressive.
my second
Yeah.
one, I was in labor like for 36 hours.
Oh.
I was
Ugh.
ready to die. I was like, just take this child
And all you can
out.
eat for 36 hours is ice chips, guys.
Yes.
That's awful.
Clearly,
See,
I'm a human being who appreciates food. How am I going to survive on ice chips for 36 hours?
No,
Like,
I can't.
It was so horrible. I was traumatized. After that, I was like, if you know.
Yeah,
Well, I'm grateful I had, even though pregnancy sucked, I had short labor and went from 0 to delivery in 3 to 6 hours. So that's good.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm like, that's the worst for me. I could carry the child and I'd be so happy. I love being pregnant. But then delivery, that no.
Could skip over that part.
Yeah.
See, that part's the crappy part.
Mildred, you can carry my baby, but I will birth it.
That's getting a little weird.
That would be a little weird.
No.
But have you guys ever watched a video of a male seahorse giving birth?
Yes.
Homeboy's popping out like thousands of babies at one time. And he's just doing it. And I'm like,
My kids like to watch Studio C labor, where the man gets to feel the labor pains of the woman. That's their favorite one to watch over and over.
Did they do it in real life? Did they really put it on him?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. I still feel like that's not accurate, though.
No.
Like, yeah.
No, but I know that my husband, after I had a child, every time I would look at him and he looked more drained than me. The man looked like he was the one that went through labor. So, yeah, he was. No. So I know he didn't feel the pains, but he just looked like as if he did go through the whole thing.
Well, you know, I read a research article the other day, or like the abstract of a research article, that they found that men, while their wives were pregnant, they studied like men over their wives' 9-month pregnancy, and men go through hormonal changes right with their wives. Like, they studied them before pregnancy for like a year to document their hormone changes. And there was a little bit of a fluctuation when women menstruated, when their wives menstruated. Not a huge one, but I mean, it was noticeable. And then when they got pregnant, they started to do this a little bit more, and they gained weight. Typically, males gain weight when their wives are pregnant, and there's a ton of outlying factors. I feel like they didn't explore that very well, because if the wife cooks the most, she's pregnant, she doesn't want to cook as much, you eat out more, or complications with the labor and you can't spend time cooking, so you're eating out more. There's lots of different reasons for that, but men go through pregnancy of their own. They go through hormone changes of their own. So
wow,
they go through menopause.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, menopause.
Periods, male periods.
Yep.
I didn't realize that till I got. Yeah, I didn't realize that till I got married, and I was like, "Are you on your period?" to my husband. Not for a moment.
Okay, I gotta ask you guys. Did you read that thing about the application paper, theory application?
Yeah, where did that come from?
Oh,
That's
God.
I was just staring at it, and I just thought I'd ask. I'm sorry.
No, I don't mean you. I mean the paper. No, you're good, Lydia.
Oh.
I mean because it asks system theory, structural functionalism, and then one more.
Pick one of them. Yeah, family system.
And
You have to pick.
we're in conflict theory.
Yes.
Why didn't we do that before the test? I feel like that would have helped me with the test.
Well, I'm
Prepare for
trying
that.
to work on the worksheet and
Yeah,
watching
I'm
the
still working
videos
on the
and
worksheet.
answering the. Did you do it?
I'm working on it right now.
Yeah.
I was laughing. My sister just got done watching that North and South movie, so I'm like, oh,
love
I'm good.
it. Have you seen it before?
Yeah,
I have,
It's
and I
good.
want to see it.
it's
I want to
good.
watch it again. Yeah.
I haven't looked at the videos. Which North and South is it? Is it based off of a novel or is it the Civil War one?
No,
It's not the
different
Civil War.
one.
It's a novel.
Okay, so it's with John Thornton and
Yes.
Margaret.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is my favorite movie of all time. I have it basically memorized. That and Pride and Prejudice, the BBC version.
Yes,
I
the
could
BBC version. Okay, I was gonna say if it's the Keira Knightley version, I can't talk to you anymore.
I know.
Have you
That's
seen?
bad.
Have any of you watched? Downton Abbey.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God, love it.
Wheel. I had to stop after season 3. I've never gone back. They killed him.
Why?
I hate
you
them.
have
I
to.
hate them.
Why?
I picked up
Because
after that. It was okay.
Mary's never gonna get. She's never gonna be acceptable in my eyes. He made her acceptable. She was a witch
No,
for 99% of the
have
time.
Oh, she's still.
You guys, I finally went back to after that. I didn't watch it, but then after a year, I started watching it again. I'm like, okay, I can deal with it. So
No, she's really a.
So wait, what happens though? Tell me what happens on the other side.
she really starts to turn around and become nicer. And
when
she starts becoming a boss of her. She starts helping her dad improve their land and walk into the next century. And
but she's always mean. I think she's always.
And then she finally ends up with another guy. It took her a little while to figure it out.
She did. She's a hussy.
She is a little bit. She did a few hussy things.
She did a few hussy things.
Can we just talk about how that series began? Like
the guy that dies.
Literally, from the very moment the series begins, she's sleeping around with people, and they want us to like her.
She was very controversial at one point. She even got birth control, and everybody was like,
Yeah.
Oh, girl, you don't have a husband. Why you got birth control? Oh my gosh! Yes, she was.
Awful sister.
Does your sister ever get married?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Even though she got jilted at the aisle?
Yeah.
Yeah, she even has a baby
married.
before she gets married.
Oh, before she...
And
the scandal.
Her social status became bigger than her sister, than Mary. She became like this big, wealthy woman.
Yeah, because she's a good human being and Mary's a rat.
Yeah, that I couldn't. I don't like Mary. Till the end, I never liked her.
I don't like Mary. Till the series ends and Mary's gone. Then I like her.
Oh, but you have to see it. I was sad when it finished. I'm like, why? I wanted to keep watching.
Sometimes at nighttime when I'm going to bed, when I'm thinking of like random embarrassing things I did in 3rd grade, the thought comes into my head, hey, more pain and watch Downton Abbey again. And then my higher thinking steps in and goes, oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that. My frontal makes decisions that are actually good.
Makes fun of you.
No thanks, I'm good. Did any of you watch, or do any of you watch Poldark?
No, what's that? No.
Me neither. It's only on BBC. It's supposed to be really good. People who like Downton Abbey, there's like a
what's the name?
Downton Abbey and Poldark fan group. Poldark, Poldark.
I've heard of that, but I haven't seen it.
What is it about? Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't watched it, but it's set in Ireland. I know that. And I think Poldark is a doctor.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I have to watch something because I love those.
Yes,
English,
period dramas.
programs. Yeah.
BBC, pretty much anything BBC does, it's period drama related. I'm on that bandwagon.
Is amazing.
Amazing.
Well,
okay, do we have any
Poldark's
more?
a pretty good-looking guy.
You can say that again.
I'm like,
It was funny because my sister loves it, and she sent me a picture of it a long time ago. She was like, "Have you seen this series? You know, I know you like Downton Abbey. That you'd probably like this." On my shoulder, and he's like, "Why is she sending you pictures of attractive dark-haired men?" And I'm like, "So you agree he's attractive, though?" Okay, so one thing we have to do is we have to make a specific commitment that we are willing to keep that will contribute to a successful study group experience.
I promise that I will not space out next week, and I will be on here.
Okay.
Okay. One thing, we're not going to give any assignments for this for the study guide because it's really so. I was looking at it and possible questions. How are we going to do this? Right?
I don't think
Oh,
we really
yeah, we have a new study guide, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm not prepared for this. It's in lesson 12 resources, isn't it?
Should be.
You guys. We have one more week after this. After tonight, or after Friday, we have one more full week of school. We can do it.
Hallelujah.
This semester has been a long semester. I cannot wait for this semester to finish.
There will be 20 to 30 multiple choice questions. And then we have 1 through 10 to pick from.
Choose 2 theories, and I'll choose a 3rd theory and discuss the main critiques. What does that mean? Does that mean he's going to choose a 3rd theory?
I guess.
So he might give us like, here's the theory, and now you add 2 more. And
this doesn't make any sense. Because how is that multiple choice?
I know. See, that's what it is. I don't know if it's going to be multiple choice.
I posted a question, guys.
You did?
Okay, good.
We're going to find out about this.
Put it there, partner.
No, when is the exam, the final? Do you know?
Testing days are Monday and Wednesday of next week.
That's it?
Or not next week, the
week
following
after.
week.
The week after.
No, it's a whole week. For online.
Really?
It usually
for online. I'm thinking of on campus.
And I saw that he'll open the exam early, so I think next week he'll open the exam for anybody who wants to do it early.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you. That's so nice. Thank you. Yeah, that's me. I'm taking his mini exams.
I think we're going to also have written parts of this test. I think there'll be that many multiple choice, but then we're going to have.
I'm pretty sure we'll have essay questions.
Because what's your favorite theory and why?
Yeah.
What's your least favorite theory and why?
See, I feel like this
structural functionalism.
See, and here we have again on question 9, perverse triangle.
See, I want to learn more about this feminist theory.
That's next week.
Yeah, me too.
Likes it, and I'm like, okay, let's get into it then.
Oh, yeah.
Who said he really liked it?
I think Gardner.
Yes.
Was it on the? Was it? Oh, that's right. He said he liked it because it talked about how women have more of an influence.
Yeah.
Well, he said that women need to give women a voice. So.
Got ya.
So what do you guys think? We do 2 questions each, and then.
Well,
I don't think we can really split this because some of them are kind of personal.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
I know.
So how
what
about we come with different
like ideas and questions.
Yes. And like
suggestions.
and see if we can, like, okay, what's the critique of this theory, or, how would you use this one?
Quiz each other.
Yeah.
Can our quiz be open book?
Definitely. Oh my gosh.
Because this is my BFF.
How else would we get through
Are you
that?
okay, Elizabeth?
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm eating.
Oh. Your face was like frozen like this.
Oh,
Like I kid you not, for a solid minute. I was like, is homegirl okay? Sometimes Google, it will do that where it freezes your little square thingies down there at the bottom. So sometimes I'm like, I should screenshot this because y'all being like, cute.
And the thing is that it always freezes you when you look the worst.
Yes, that's what all the little like video that are on YouTube. It's what the little like the covers of all the videos are of me being like making really dumb faces. It's super cool.
I gotta get going. I think my little bride just came home. I better go talk to her.
Okay.
Have so much fun. Have fun on Saturday.
Thanks. You know I'm gonna have a funny story for you next week. You know it's true.
Oh, please.
I'm like,
Think
it's
of all the
coming.
funny stories. Tell us, then.
It's coming.
Because these videos will be gone after the semester, so you can say whatever you want. They're only going to be around for a few more days.
And we could probably get a lot of theories out of it.
Oh, yeah, player knowledge.
We could. Bring all your family drama. Everybody bring your family drama story, and we'll diagnose you.
See how
all right, see you later, Lydia.
Okay,
Make
take
good
care.
choices. See ya.
Maybe.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I don't think she hung up. Oh, there she. I'm like, I can still hear her. Okay. So we've talked about questions we had from the quiz. We've talked about things we're gonna do to commit better in the future.
Do we have to write that down on the discussion board?
Yeah, he wants us to briefly summarize our contribution to the Hangouts.
Okay, so we discussed the questions.
Yeah, well, just say if you had any questions about the final exam, just say, I had a question about the final exam. It was about insert question here, and we resolved it. And then my commitment for next week is to blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
So how about if our group commitment is to quiz each other next week?
That's a good idea.
So we have like a group commitment. And it's going to be open book.
Yes.
I still think he's not feeling good.
Cool.
Y'all fell. Sorry about that.
That scared me. There was an earthquake, not here, but in like western Montana, and so we had some aftershocks, which we do not get earthquakes very often here. That is not a common thing. So people were losing their minds. There's like 15 posts on the local Facebook page like, oh my gosh, did everybody feel that? They were freaking out. My husband, who served his mission in Tornado Alley, so is super used to natural disasters, he was like, put some pants on it and deal with it. It was a tiny little aftershock. He's like, really had no craps to give. It was funny. All right. We good?
Is that it? Oh.
Yep. That's it. That's all the group participation things of this week. So.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. Good luck
Bye.
next week.
Thank you. See you guys. Good night.
Bye. Good night.